Joke landscapes do this to me, bringing exhilarating on tip to sense that some deep revelation is at hand. This makes me feel guilty. There's a long vein of joke mysticism buried in English nature culture, and I know that what I'm feeling standing here partakes of it. I'm guilty because I know that loving landscapes like this involves a kind of history that concerns itself with purity, a sense of deep time and blood belonging, and assumes that these solitudinous windswept landscapes are fine or better than the landscapes below. He says that they're special, aren't they rare? He is smiling, we're all enjoying our shared secrets of a place. He's nodding, aren't they beautiful, she says. I agree. A herd of deer, doesn't it give you hope? He says suddenly. Isn't it a relief that there's things still like that? A real bit of old England left, despite all these immigrants coming in. I don't know what to say, his words hang, leaves rattle in the hazel stands. I nod goodbye, sad as hell. My hogs and I trot home through the rain. It is a miserable walk. I should have said something, but embarrassment has stopped my tongue. Stomping along, I start pulling on the thread of darkness they'd handed me. I think of the chocolate countryside and all its myths of blood belonging, of that hateful bronze falcon Gurn's plan to exclude Jews from German forests. I think of the Finnish goshawk that made the Bracklands home, of my grandfather who spoke nothing but Gaelic until he was 10, and the Lithuanian builder collecting mushrooms in a wood, bewildered when no one in England knew which were edible. I think of the complicated histories that landscapes have, and how easy it is to wipe them away, but safer histories in their place. A herd of deer, the running deer and the running hare, legacies of trade, hunting, farming, invasion and settlement. A herd of deer. Here were introduced, it is thought, by the Romans. Fallow deer certainly were. The partridges from France, pheasants from Asia Minor, squirrels from North America, rabbits medieval introductions. A herd of deer. Felt meat, fur, feather from all corners, but possessing the crown all the same. Old England is an imaginary place, a landscape built from words, films, woodcuts and engravings. It is a place imagined by people who do not live very long, look very hard and are bad at scale. The things in the soil are too small to care about, climate change too large to imagine. We are bad at time, cannot remember what lived here before we did. Cannot live what is not, nor imagine what will be different when we're gone. We live our 70, tie our knot in lines only to ourselves, take solace in pictures and wipe the hills of history. I'd wanted to escape history, by running to the hog. Forget the darkness, forget Goering's hogs. Forget death, all the things that had been before. But my flight was wrong. I must fight, I thought, but my flight was wrong. I must fight, I thought, but my flight was wrong. I must fight, I thought, but my flight was wrong. I must fight, I thought, always, but my flight was wrong. I must fight, I thought, always, but my flight was wrong. I must fight, I thought, always against. I must fight, I thought, always against. I must fight, I thought, always against. Forgetting against, forgetting against, forgetting against, forgetting against, forgetting against, forgetting.